All right, we're going to get back to coverage of security in the country, and we're going to have a conversation with security expert Ona Ehomo. He joins us now. We'll have a better connection. Good to have you join us, Ona Ehomo. Now, you just released a document and you titled it The Expectations for Security in Nigeria 2021. And you said that things are actually going to get worse in terms of security in the country this year. Why is that? Why do you think that things are going to get worse and not better?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Mayo, for having me, and Happy New Year to you and your viewers. The reason I gave that rather dire assessment is that we don't have a good understanding of the problem, obviously, right now. And that's also reflected in the budget figures you just gave. In a country that's practically at war on so many fronts, we have a situation where we are giving a paltry 840 billion to the Defense Department, 227 to Ministry of Interior and all its agencies, Police Affairs 441 million. So if you put all those together, you have something like 1.4 trillion only for the security sector. And here we are at war on so many fronts. I don't know what you call, you just gave a lot of reports just now about Giwa local government, all the killings there, about Gombe, the beheading of those young men in Garukida, and then, and so on and so forth. So I think we still don't understand the gravity of what we are dealing with. And my fear is that the terrorists, the adversaries, they are getting stronger by the day. They are getting a lot of ransom money from kidnapping, and they are using that to increase capability. Look at the attack that you just spoke about, where 50 motorcycles came with 3 guys on each bike and all carrying AK-47 rifles. That's a lot of capability for terrorists to have in a country. In fact, in most places, if a terrorist has even just one AK-47, there's a lot of concern. But here in Nigeria, it seems to be that, people can carry those weapons of war and nobody's concerned.
Allow me quickly jump in, because when you put all of the figures you just put together, which amounted to about 1.something trillion naira, that's a lot when you compare it to what was allocated to the health and the education sector, which many people will also agree is in crisis. But is it really about how much we allocate, or there is more in terms of manpower, in terms of training? What is the key here? Is it the allocation, or where we disburse these monies to?
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayo. Brilliant question. There are issues with efficiency, of course, and even cost effectiveness. That is getting value for money. There are obvious issues there. Now, in fact, the fact that our munitions program, the planning of our munitions program is not very coherent is also a problem. But I am even going upstream before all of these that we are saying. I am saying that the threat assessment, the risk assessment is not in place to correctly assess what the real problems are. Now, you spoke about something like health sector. Health is a soft threat. We consider that a soft threat, not a hard threat like somebody going to kill a lot of people in one local government. In Gombe, they killed 6, took 5 away and beheaded them. Now, that young man, the UN worker that was just seized near Jakana yesterday, that's on the Damaturu Meduguri Highway, which I just read some agencies saying last week is very safe for the holiday travels. And of course, you can see it's not safe anymore. With that young man, he might end up losing his head, unfortunately. So what I'm saying is we have to get a proper assessment of what our problems are, such that we can bring intellectual solutions to them, not just knee-jerk reaction. That's all I'm canvassing.
So the president has promised to rejig, the security architecture this year. He did talk so much about that. So we'll see how and what he does and how he does it. Security expert Ona Ehomo, thanks for talking to TVC News.
Thank you for having me.